Oh, where's my notes? Where's my notes? Where are my notes? Here are my notes. So, today's video is about my skincare story. This video has been something that I've always had in my head to do as soon as I decided that I wanted to start making videos. But it's taken a little bit of time figuring out how I wanted to do this video, so how I wanted to lay it out. But here we are. I've had so much fun planning this video and I've already filmed some stuff for it previous to this, so thank you to the person who has been spurring me on to do this video. You know who you are. They keep asking for my skincare routine. Here it is. I'm giving it to you now in a bit of a larger format. I've made notes and everything. I am prepared. So I want to talk about my skin story so that you have a little background to go on to see whether the products that I mention later in the video are helpful and applicable to you. So I've always had quite good skin. So throughout school when people would say to me, what do you do to your skin, what do you do to your skin? And the fact of the matter is I didn't do much. It's just partly genetics, which is the unfortunate bit. If you're trying to improve your skin, part of it is just genetics. So what might help you is asking your parents or your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles, what their skin was like, and seeing if there is someone in your family who has a similar skin type to you. You can maybe ask them and see what they've been doing in their life. Preferably someone older than you who's had more experience. But yeah, so yeah, I've always had quite good skin up until I was about 15 or 16, where I went onto the pill to help with my periods, like most girls, and I developed like spots, so tiny little pimples. They weren't cystic acne and it wasn't any sort of like whiteheads or blackheads or anything. They were just tiny little raised pimples, but lots of them in my temple area, and every now and again when it is that time of month I get the same thing, but it was more permanent when I was at that age, between 15 or 16. So I had that, and that is when I really started getting into skincare. Before, it was just something which I enjoyed and sort of came alongside with the makeup, which I like doing, but now it became something more of an obsession. I'd say it was more like rigorous that I had to be doing to help fix my skin because of these raised pimples, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. I delved into the world of skincare, and at that age there is a lot. You've got toners, you've got exfoliate, you've got chemical exfoliating, like abrasion exfoliation, so using like the friction stuff. You've got cleansers, you've got micellar waters, you've got a whole range of things, and it's a lot. So I went headfirst in. I threw away my face wipes and started getting all cream cleansers, Elizabeth Arden, La Roche-Posay, Clinique. I went hard, and I think that's a real thing for people who are first getting into it, is you've got so much being thrown at you about skincare that it can get overwhelming. You think you need everything, the highest, most expensive products, which I'm sure they work for some people, but they don't work for everybody. Those products are specially formulated for certain people. So yeah, I went head first into the skincare world, and I can officially say it did not help my skin at all. I think it made it worse, to be honest. All the chemicals that I was putting on my skin, it didn't really help. There were certain products that did, but I was mixing them with too many and my skincare routine was too complex, and it became disheartening not seeing the results that I wanted. I began to have more problems than just the little bumps on my temples. My pores on my nose started to open up more. I noticed my skin was lightening. That was a massive thing for me. I have very dark under eye circles, and so anything that said brightening, I was like, yes, that's for me, because now I've learnt now that it's just genetics. My dad has dark under eye circles, so I'm going to have darker under eye circles. Doesn't matter how much sleep I have, that's what I'm going to have. So I started to go for brightening products, and then I noticed over time, looking back at photos and whatever, that my skin was beginning to lighten, and I do think it's because of some of the skincare products I was using. So from there I learned what I should be looking for and what I shouldn't be looking for. And in the last year I would say I've become pretty solid on what my skincare routine is. So it's taken me a very long time to get here, a good 5 years of like trying lots of new products and finding out what was right for me. So my skin type is normal to combination. So it's generally normal. I don't have oily skin and I don't have very dry skin. But the reason why I'd say combination is because the outside of my face, so this part, is slightly drier than the inside of my face. So this part here. So I wouldn't necessarily call it the T-zone because it's more this area. It's more like my inner face and my outer face. So my outer face is dry and my inner face is very, very slightly oilier. Not even oilier, it's just normal. But I'd call it combination because the skin types aren't exactly the same all over my face. So if you relate, then these products might help for you as well. On a day-to-day basis, in the morning I wake up, and when I'm in the shower I will splash my face with the water from the shower. So that generally wakes me up more than anything, but it's just a really, really light clean of my face, just to literally get rid of any surface level things on my face. I don't wash my face in the morning. Shock horror. I only wash my face once a day because I don't want to get rid of all the natural oils that are in my face, because I found when I do that it leads to my skin getting oilier. So I then go to my sink and I spritz my face with the Mandy Helm facial spray with aloe, herb and rose water. I started off with the little bottle. You can get a smaller bottle. This is the 236 millilitres, but you can get a smaller version. So I started off with that to see if this was the one that I like, because there's two versions of this. There's a pink one and then there's a green one. And then I think there's a new one at the moment actually, which is the purple one. They all have different ingredients inside. I picked this one because I really like rose water and aloe. I find them, like aloe vera, but aloe it says on here. I find them really calming on my skin, so that's why I spritz it in the morning, just to calm my face from being inside the shower. But also it works well with my next product, which is my Mandy Helm Buttermilk Moisturiser. Now I love this stuff, and I'd say if you have combination or sensitive skin, this is so perfect, because it's just a simple moisturiser. It's not doing anything else but moisturising your skin, which is what I want. So the reason why I spritz the spray beforehand is that so when I rub the moisturiser into my skin, it's not really dry from the shower. And that's it for the morning. That's all I do. Spritz my face. This can also be used as a toner, like a really, really, really gentle tone if you like, but I'm not into, I don't do a lot of toning and stuff like that, just because I don't think I need to really. Then we move on to my nighttime routine. So I will wash my face with the Glossier Milk Jelly Cleanser Conditioning Facial Wash. Now I take a couple of pumps of this and melt it into my hands. Before that actually, sorry, I splash a little bit of water on my face, just because I find the product comes off better when your face is a little bit damp. But not too damp, because otherwise it doesn't remove anything, but just really, really lightly damp. Then I massage this all into my face, and I take a damp flannel and remove. This is great because it removes all my makeup. Literally all of my makeup comes off with this. I remove all my makeup with that, and it does a great job, and it cleanses at the same time, which is great to have a all-in-one product. It means that, again, my routine is more simple, which is great for my skin, so that's really nice. And then after that I do this same thing that you saw earlier with the spritzing of the Mandy Helm herb and rose water spray, which I've lost the lid for. Found the lid. Let me get the lid. You can tell that I use this regularly because I have not that much left. It's just the bottom bit. But yeah, but then a slight difference. After that I will go in with the Glossier Super Glow Vitamin C Serum. So this is the serum that I use. I love serums. I know it's something that can be a little bit more pricey in skincare, but I love it because I think that it gives a lot back into my skin. So this one has vitamin C in it, and I had done a lot of research, and I know from my mum, who has very similar skin to me, she swears by vitamin C. So when I was younger on Mother's Day, I used to go to the Body Shop and get her all of the vitamin C things in consecutive years because I know that's what she uses and that's what she loves. So I took that from her, I took that idea from her, and I chose this product as my serum because, one, because of the vitamin C and Super Glow. I wanted more glow in my skin. I wanted it to look more healthy when I put makeup on and without makeup, and I can safely say it has done that. And then again I will go in with my Maribadescu Buttermilk Moisturiser, and as you can see I have two because that's how dedicated I am. One stays beside my bed, one stays where I do my makeup in the morning. So that's about it for the staple things, and I think this is really good skincare for me because it's quite simple, but also it's by no means is it the most affordable skincare, especially because some of these things you can't just pick up in Boots, but it's by no means the most expensive either. I think it's great for me. I can afford to buy these things continuously, which I think is also something you've got to take into account when you're choosing your skincare routine, is that are you able to afford to consistently buy these products? That's really important. It doesn't work if you just buy them and you just do them for a couple of months. I started to see real results with these products when they were combined together about 3 or 4 months into my skincare routine. That's when I started to see that my skin was actually improving, so you really have to give your skin time. So now for the products which I use as part of my skincare, but it's not part of my daily routine, they're just on and off products. So the first thing is the Maribadescu Drying Lotion, and this is if I have a spot. Basically I will just get a cotton bud, use the pink fluid at the bottom, pop it on, dry it out, and then overnight it won't look as noticeable, but it doesn't heal it completely by any means. It just makes it go down a bit. And just to say, you can't put this on spots that you've already popped, which you shouldn't do. Don't pop your spots, literally let them go, or pop them when they're at their peak, because then they will heal better and you won't be left with a constant scar on your face. But yeah, so that's the product that I use. And then finally, face mask. I love a face mask. My favourite are the hydrating face masks. Anything that says hydrating I'm down for, just to give your skin like an extra boost of organness, but I wouldn't use them really regularly because I think the effects of them aren't as noticeable. My favourite ones are the ones from Sephora, and another one which I've recently found are the ones from Garnier, which I really like. I love the packaging. I think it's really fun and exciting, it's eye-catching, but as well the effects it has on your skin are fabulous. So my tips for putting on these face masks are, if you're with a friend, help each other out. They're so much fun to do with other people, and yeah, have tissues on standby, especially if you're using wet face masks.
All the tissue.
If you're using dry face masks like the Charlotte Tilbury dry ones, then you're fine, but some of us don't have the money for that. Tissues are a must because you're going to get really not greasy, you're going to get like wet fingers from it. What's next? I don't use the Glossier cleanser when I'm away because it's quite a chunky packaging, and I'm at the university, so I'm often going home or going to visit friends, and I can't be taking this chunky thing around. So I use the Garnier micellar water in a tiny little bottle and some cotton pads, and that works perfectly just to remove all my makeup. It doesn't cleanse, but for a couple of days I can deal with that. All the products I've mentioned will be linked down below so you can find them really easily. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it might have helped you, or you've just enjoyed watching. Bye! I'd get your nose in. That's the main bit.
Shut the fuck up.
Amazing!
Oh, that tasted fucking horrible. This is not an attractive angle.
Okay.
Done?
Done, yeah.